10 things I wish I knew when I started playing Path of Exile. Let me know how many you already knew in the comments below. Not all gem vendors are equal. It can be quite tempting once you get to Act 6 to use Lilywroth exclusively for getting your gems either in Act 6 or in your hideout. This is not necessarily the best course of action. If you did get a gem while leveling that you didn't pick up, if you go back and get it later, it will have already leveled, providing you don't get it from Lilywroth. The game sort of sets you up to fail at the very beginning by putting attack on your left mouse button. What this does is causes you to attack monsters as you're running past them and therefore stop to get killed. The first thing you should do is remap the left mouse button to move. Another thing that often catches out new players is that you run through the acts and you kill everything. This takes forever and actually overlevels you so you gain less XP than you would normally. What we want to do here is only kill blue packs or very large packs. The reason we don't kill small packs of white is they're not very efficient XP wise, and we don't kill rares because they take too long. Blues are the sweet spot and the whole game is sort of designed around killing these to level. There are two external programs that support Path of Exile that I cannot live without. One of these is Path of Exile, and this allows you to basically pick an item. In this case we're picking a chest piece with a dex and strength base, and this tool will let you know what each of the prefixes and suffixes are either on the base item or on an influenced variant of it. So you can work out exactly what you want to craft to make your character perfect. Then you've just got to beat the RNG and do it. If we zoom in on the health, you'll see that it gives you each tier range, and also the eye level. So for tier 1, we need eye level 86. Path of Building is a build planning tool. Basically any creator who does a build guide will have a Path of Building in the description of the video. You take that paste bin link, put it into Path of Building, and there you go. You can see their builds, their skills, and everything else. We've all been there. You're changing your sockets on an item to try and get the colours you need while levelling. You run out of chromatic orbs. What can we do here? Well, we could trade with other players, but that could be quite difficult. Or we can go to Act 4 or Act 9, talk to this guy here, and he has for sale a load of different currencies, so we can exchange a load of Jeweler's orbs for chromatic orbs. And I've got loads of Jewelers because I keep picking up those 6 sockets. Now you might think that using this vendor is going to give you RSI. That's not the case. Just press shift when you click and it will pick up a full stack for you. When you use attacks or movement skills, if you point too far away, it'll actually start moving before it attacks. This can be really inconvenient. As you can see here, I walk a mile before jumping, which isn't very efficient. The way around this is to hold down shift and we'll jump normally. And if you don't want to press that one extra key, then you can just click this little button here on each of the skills and you can tell them not to move while attacking. A lot of new players don't know that within the game there's loads of vendor recipes that will help you during your leveling process, but also in late game. In order to use these, you've just got to know the combination. For instance, trade 3 flasks and you'll get the next level up. Or in this case, I'm upgrading my weapon to one with physical damage base, which will help me in the early game. And for that, we just sell our weapon with a rustic sash and a blacksmith's whetstone. And here we go, finished weapon. There's also recipes for wands and various other things. I'll put a lot of videos in the description that covers each of the items here where they need more explanation. At the end of Act 5 and Act 10, when we kill Katava, he does something a little nasty. He takes off 30% of our resistances by putting a -30 against us. This means that unless we overcapped before we fought him, we're now in deficit and are probably going to die because the whole game is balanced around having full resists. Full resist being 75%, unless you use the tree or gear to increase it. The best way to get around this is as soon as you get to Act 6, or as soon as you enter your hideout to start running maps, use your crafting bench to try and fill any resistance gaps. All you need is an empty suffix. Now once we get to endgame, we want to start using a 6 link, but we don't always have that while leveling. What we really don't want to do is use a load of level 1 gems in our 6 link if we can help it. What you can do early game is get some spare weapons, socket gems in them, and then switch to your primary set of weapons, and they will continue leveling like any other gem on your character. So once you get to maps, they're at the same level as everything else. Both in the early game and end game, we need a way of keeping our gear running. One of the best ways I've found is to use essences. You'll find essences from Act 1 all the way throughout maps. They're basically monsters stuck in like this jellies type stuff. You go and open it and you kill them and they drop an essence. You can then use this essence to upgrade your items, and they guarantee at least 1 stat. As a special thank you for getting this far into the video, I'm going to give you a little bonus. But first, if you've enjoyed this video, then please tickle the like button, it'll like it a lot. And the bonus tip, it's not just chromatic orbs that can change the colours on your items. You can use Jeweler's orbs instead to add and remove sockets which will get a colour based on the item. and that way you can get exactly the colours you want without spending a load of chromatics, which tend to be a lot rarer than Jeweler's Orbs. And to the top left there'll be a full video on how to do this. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.